It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the 49ers and the Rams, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit.
The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up. And we are underway now from Santa Clara. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now 2nd and 5. Play action, Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Here's Stafford. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Trying to defend the out route there. Got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Rams offense and Puka Nacua ready to take over once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers for Puka a week ago. 6 catches, 82 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be #1 in everything they do, but he's #2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. First run now for Kyron Williams. And a lane gain slow in materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Now 2nd and 9. To throw is Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. And
this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. In motion goes the tight end. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here we go. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Ricky Pearsall, 66 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point. They begin the drive with Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. He gets away from one. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
Hang on here. We got an injury. And, yeah, it's Cooper Kupp who's going to receive some attention following that last play.
Stafford. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Get set.
Here's Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
After the interception, here's Stafford.
That's quickly to Atwell on the slant.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Rams have cut it back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing is Stafford.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To the air again, Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
2-2 Atwell.
From 4 yards out.
And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. So that drive, 4 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers.
Ricky Pearsall
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Now it's Stafford.
To the sideline and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's Stafford. Short throw. And a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle as the first half is winding down.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before the break. Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown. The last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth.